morning, Stanton. How is everyone today? The patch is finally out. I said it would be out today, and it is out today. Although it is 11:17 p.m., so it's a little bit late for me to really be doing much in the game. But I thought I would get in there, kind of at least get things set up for my eventual playing. At which point, I'm getting an error code when I try to log in. So I'm checking out the status of Robert Space Industries about the servers. So they did update the servers, and now they have a line services disruption, degraded performance. We are currently investigating the services bottleneck related to our persistent systems. The primary side effect of this issue will cause players to receive an error 16008, which is the error I'm getting. So it says account data update failed, synchronizing account data with the game network either failed or timed out. This is something on their side. So initial notice, investigation underway, and you can't do a character reset right now. Doesn't matter, I can't even get into the game, and besides, everything should be reset anyways. So unable to get into the game, unable to play. I probably won't be playing tonight. It is getting close to midnight, even if they get this working. So I did say that my next video wouldn't be out until the patch was released. Technically, that is true. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to actually go through the patch notes and kind of talk about them, and then hopefully sometime tomorrow this will all be working well enough for me to drop off all my gear in one location, move to another location, and start, as you know, my plan with zero money. So let's just take a look at the patch notes and kind of go through those for this new patch. So it's released and available on the live environment. Well, the patch is the game itself currently not playable. Strongly recommend players delete their user and shader folders. Yep, done that already. Database reset, yes. Always says that though, but this time we are knowing there is a wipe starting UEC 20,000 UEC. Players will also receive a stipend based on previous live playtime. So interesting that it's the live playtime. So anyone taking part in the PTU didn't count for them. It looks like it's just people that were just playing the game. Works out well for me though. Known issues. So let's look at some of these known issues. Party invite group launch, unable to party launch with friends. Hopefully that gets repaired. That came in handy doing the guiding sessions. We're able to make a party with another player and then pull them into your play session. Players may have to restart the game after getting kicked to the main menu from a 30k server crash. That has always been the case for me, that you can click on the join button and nothing happens. So this is not something new, having to close the game and start it after 30k. Targeting. Ships targeting pip may be missing or disappear for some players. They cannot be targeted when this happens. Well, good for them. Multi-vehicle. Ships floating in the hangar when stored and the engines left on and then retrieved again. Well, I always try to remember to turn off my engines before I store the ship. Ships and character animations. The player's character arm will misalign when seated in ships, causing obstruction of the HUD and view. I wonder if this is like when I had my arm straight up in the air, which someone said might have had something to do with storing gems. I can't remember what they said that might have been the cause of it. Vehicle spawning. Well, I don't have this ship, so I don't mind that it spawns on the hangar floor sideways, although anyone with that would be maybe upset about that. Vehicle ships shields. Weapons fire penetrate shields when ships are moving. Ooh, that's a bad one. Refuel. While docked, the Starfare multi-vehicle types will continuously tilt instead of remaining stationary and snap away from the arm if any movement is intended. Okay. Vehicles, Argo Raft's elevator controls cannot be interacted with from either deck. That is potentially bad for raft owners. The Ares headlights are too dim to notice at any reasonable range. Okay. I would say, in general, the headlights on ships are extremely short range, and I wish they were longer. Medical beacon does not complete mission payment when player is brought back from incapacitation. Hopefully they fix that. Animation weapons. All weapons are held like a pistol while moving in EVA. Well, maybe it's because the mass is still there, but the weight is different in your hand. So maybe it makes sense. Although firing a railgun with one hand would be very interesting. Combat AI. UGF missions are sometimes missing NPC spawns to complete the mission. FPS weapons, weapon holsters or unholsters unintentionally. Oh, that's still going on. Hopefully they fix that. That is really annoying, that one there, where your weapon keeps, you try to take it out and it puts it back, try to take it out, puts it back, or reverse. Hopefully they fix that. Utility items may disappear between sessions. I haven't had that happen, but I know a lot of other people were waking up with their armor missing. Weapons looted directly equipped from containers and boxes are missing attachments. Interesting. I don't know if that's ever really something I've noticed. Ships on landing pads end up in unknown state for location and have to be reclaimed after ship is stored or streamed out. UGF bounty hunter turrets around bunkers respawn very quickly and sometimes almost instantaneously. Ooh, that's also a pretty bad one. So those are the known issues. We're going to look at the features, the new features. We got the derelict reclaimers, the derelict colonialism outpost, and they've added the newer snake pit racetrack. There's also AI planetary navigation and landing improvements, illegal collect and delivery missions, and added markers for players and friendly AI that are associated with your current FPF mission. So I guess that means there's little markers showing you where the guards are during a bunker mission. Makes it less likely you're going to shoot one of them. Might make something like the 890 mission a bit easier, but I really don't know if really we need that. We'll see. The new vehicle, the Anvil Centurion, which is the surface-to-air Gatling, or not Gatling, but kind of like a gunship vehicle, ground vehicle. New weapons and items, new lootable items, and new lootable armor in the containers. We got rest stop hangar additions. So now the rest stops that did not have them now have small and medium hangars. I don't know if that means they got rid of the landing pads. We'll have to check on that. Additional Stanton-Lagrange points. There's 8 new unique places. That's going to make traveling somewhere a little bit better if you have a ship with a very small jump drive fuel tank. You're able to kind of aim at least where you want to go before you have to refuel. Grimhex Hospital expansion. What they do there? Added medical rooms. Okay, interesting. Improved NPC face randomization. That'll be kind of interesting. Combat service beacons. Combat service beacons version 2. Food and drink quality of life. Oh, you can actually buy multiples of food at shops. Hopefully, there's still lootable food. I'm planning on that for this upcoming start. I never really buy food as much as I just loot it from locations. Shopping kiosk quality of life updates. What have they done here? Did they add the sell multiples? Doesn't look like that's what happened. Looks like it's just something to do with buying. Price of freedom mission updates. Reduce reputation to get to the Caterpillar. Cool. Turret velocity pass. Interesting. Adjusted critical display status for hunger and thirst. Okay, so it used to be from 15%, now it starts at 25%, so you're seeing a little bit earlier. Made it legal to commit infractions against players that are illegally trespassing an area. Cool. So if you now shoot somebody in a bunker they're not supposed to be in, and they don't have a crime stat yet, you're able to do that. Maybe that's kind of cool. That is actually an improvement. I think that's pretty cool. Higher value gems are more rare in loot crates. I think that's kind of cool. Wonder if they're still on the armor of the NPCs. Players now drop empty magazines. That is cool. That's actually a really good addition. Drop them somewhere else so that you're not just leaving them by the terminals in the stations. Disable corpse AR marker showing for other players. I didn't know that was the case. Cool. The Mustang Alpha has animated doors allowing you to place and store loose cargo. That is cool. That means you can now do box delivery missions if you have the Mustang Alpha. That is cool. That is really good. I'm really happy about that. In the game, I'm going to be trying to get a Mustang just to try that out. Vandal ship updates greatly increase the fuel tank storage for the Blade, Glaive, and Sky ships. Blade performance polish. Increase the health of the Nova, the fuel of the Cartual, the hull health of the Rovers. Decrease Scorpius max speed in atmosphere. Drake Mule weapon rack interactions easier. I didn't even know it had a weapon rack. Updated dimensions for missiles and torpedoes, and increased railgun damage. Interesting. wonder if that works with the Scourge railgun. Network player update. Enable new remote movement in client authoritative position systems. Should see great improvement on foot positions and less jittery behavior while viewing remote player movements. Oh, cool. So maybe when you're watching other people running around a station, they're not going to be jerking around so much. That'll be kind of cool. AI networking improvements, polish pass, reshade, bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all these bug fixes. We can always check those later, see what is fixed, but I'm expecting these maybe not be as fixed as you would expect. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try launching the game one more time. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get into the game. If we can, then it is go time. And if not, at least now the patch is out, and tomorrow we're going to give this a go. This has only been about 10 minutes, so regardless, when I start playing, I'll have this at the beginning of the video, and maybe we'll just put a little link so you can jump ahead to the actual gameplay that happens in the game. But now that it's 20 to 12, we'll see. We'll see if this loads. This will be my one chance, my one attempt. And after this, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to wait until tomorrow. I've waited this long, I can wait one more night. And there we are, error code 16008. So that pretty much seals it up for this evening. So instead of putting this at the beginning of my video on gameplay, I think I'm going to call it quits here. Maybe I'll put this one out, and tomorrow, after I get up, hopefully this is all resolved, and you will see me soon in the new verse. Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone.